The Solicitor General says Senator Bato de la Rosa meets the definition of a fugitive from justice. But 6 months since he first went into hiding and a week since he fled after what really looks like scripted turmoil in the Senate, Bato remains at large. Is it only a matter of time before he is arrested? Or is the administration not really that interested in arresting him? How really do you solve a problem like Bato? Hi, I'm John Nery and you are in the Public Square. Our guest today knows a thing or two about arresting high-profile accused. In September 2024, he led the operation to arrest Apollo Quiboloy. And in March 2025, he led the operation to arrest Rodrigo Duterte. During the turmoil last week, his name was mentioned often on social media. People kept looking for him. Where is General Nick Torre? I'm delighted to say that today, the former Chief PNP is here with us in the Rappler studio. Welcome, General Torre, and thank you for joining us in the Public Square.
Thank you very much, John, for having me on the show. Magandang hapon at magandang gabi sa inyo at sa inyong mga tagapakinig.
General, I'd like to talk about how to make an arrest. I think people are interested in that. Let me start by asking you, in theory, there should be no difference in arresting an ordinary citizen and a sitting senator. But in reality, what should be taken into consideration by the arresting officers when arresting a high public official?
The first thing, I think, in any arrest, no? In any arrest, whether it's, sabi mo, as ordinary citizen and a senator, is the determination on the basis of the arrest. Okay? So in this case, hindi to warrantless arrest. May warrant eh. May warrant, and it's now upheld by several pronouncements of the Supreme Court, by the Solicitor General, by the ICC itself on the legality and the propriety of the warrant. So I think that's the first thing. So when you are already convinced and you are already on it na talagang the warrant is valid and you have legal basis and sufficient basis to carry out an arrest, you have to plan for it. Okay? Condition, you know, have the acronym niyan sa operational planning namin is MAYAC eh. Situation, mission, execution, the administrative, and the coordinating instructions. Okay. So, properly assess the situation, have the environmental scan. Sino ba ang subject of the arrest? Ano ang possible resistance? Make assumptions. Kung sa civilian planning yan, ang tawag nila dyan is thought experiment eh. Okay. Talagang get an idea, float it, shoot it down if necessary, find the scenario building. So that at the end of the day, the scenario that remains could be the most likely scenario. Okay. And then with that, then you go on, define the mission. Ano ba ang mission natin? Shall we arrest? Shall what? Diba?
What happens when the subject resists? Yeah. And then resists with, baka may arms or whatever.
Yeah, kasama sa environmental scan. Na ito yung situation, ito yung subject, assumption, may resistance. Ito ang ating gagawin. So we employ may proportionality naman eh, di ba? Okay. May force continuum. So pag nag-resist sila ng ganito, kasi at ang unang requirement na kasi ng arrest, especially on that with the warrant, is that you identify yourself, yung formalities, you identify yourself, you inform the person of your intention, kung ba't ka nandyan, and then anong basis ng arrest, and then you take into custody that person. So, with that, you consider the possibility of resistance. So, in the case of, na-mention mo na kanina, yung case ni Quiboloy, alam ko na 30 hectares ang compound.
That's right.
May gate. Ganito kataas ang gate. Ganito karami ang expected supporters. O, dinadala rin ako ng 2,500 sa initial na mga pulis. Doon sa harap ng gate, may 1,000 sa likod. At pagkatapos may naka-standby pang mga 1,000 sa kampo. And equipment. Andyan ang equipment natin. So, alam kong maingay sila. Alam kong may mga sound system sila. Alam kong may mga trompa sila. O, di may dala rin akong LRAD. So,
is it part of protocol na you tell them, okay, you effect the arrest, but if your lives are in danger, come back another time? Or how does that? Paano ba yun?
So, supposedly in any operation, retreat is the last option, di ba? Why should you retreat? First and foremost, you have the advantage of planning. You are the government. You have the legal basis. So you are the law allows you to use force. Okay? What kind of force? Proportional force. Mula sa verbal, yung presence mo, yung verbal challenges mo, yung non-lethal force, even the lethal force is allowed under certain circumstances. Yeah. So, nandun dapat ang, it should have been all taken into consideration. Okay?
Can you talk about the role of back-channel negotiations? Do you sometimes require them na parang dapat may kausap tayo sa law para...
That's very important. That's very important. Because when you effect the arrest, if you are convinced that you have this legal basis, you can always tell the person, resistance is futile. Can you just please surrender yourself?
Okay.
Negotiations is always an option. And it's even, have been the first option. Okay? The person is there. Here is the force. Resistance is futile. You have no way out. I have with me this much number of people.
Okay.
So that's what happened also to Quiboloy. I just needed 16 days to convince him of that, and he voluntarily, essentially, because he knew that resistance is futile. So without much fanfare, he submitted himself. We don't need to conduct. We don't need to conduct building entry, explosives entry in his building, which we are ready to do. Okay. Because at the end of the day, well, in the legal parlance, they want to call it voluntary surrender, which I really do not agree with.
Okay.
It is really surrender because at the end, it is really an arrest, and the surrender is just. It is really an arrest, and the surrender is just a consequence of the of his realization of the futility of resistance. Yes.
Should the person in charge lead from the front, or let his or her men take charge?
That's the assessment and call of the commander.
Okay.
It just so happened that in my case in Quiboloy and also in the former president, the subject are high-profile persons, and I anticipated that they'll be surrounded by a battery of high-caliber lawyers. Okay. So I don't think that I can delegate it to any other person, because in that very moment, it's my reputation that's at stake. I'm the commander. Any failure, any accomplishment, or any failure or omissions of in that operation eventually stops at me, at my doorstep. So I decided in both counts that I will lead from the front, because I know that there will be people who will be protecting them, and there's always that principle in warfare that you employ your forces in accordance to their capabilities and their mission. So I find it na the main negotiator should be me.
Did it help that they knew you?
Well,
you were the regional director at the time.
When I was when I was in the Quiboloy case, when I was the regional director of Davao, I don't know if the Quiboloy knew my reputation. So maybe it took him 16 days to realize that I will stop at nothing to get him.
Okay. Let's talk about the Quiboloy arrest. No? What were the key factors that led to the successful arrest? I mean, 16-day siege, back and forth. There was the Vice President, Sara Duterte, was there. Even Senator Bato de la Rosa also showed up there, and so on. But in the end, as you said, you were able to convince him that resistance is futile. What were the factors?
First and foremost, very good intelligence. Okay. We have very good intelligence, and we actually knew that he is there.
Okay.
It just so happened that his hideout is 30
meters,
30 hectares wide.
Yeah.
They have 42 major buildings there, excluding the small makeshift tents and small makeshift buildings. So we knew that he is there. It's just a matter of looking for him.
Okay.
And then when we anticipated the resistance by his unarmed women, army of women, it's all women that's defending him. And the possibility of armed persons, whether men or women. So I just make sure that I have enough forces to actually neutralize any resistance that he will offer.
I remember that Bato de la Rosa, when he visited, told the media that they could that the police heard a heartbeat. Was he relaying information that he got from the police, or ano ba yun? Ano ba yung parang nagtatago, parang nakita nila kasi may heartbeat?
We knew that he is there, and we used technical devices, technical equipment, the one that's being used for determination of life in collapsed structures.
That's right.
So the only difference there is that in the actual application of those LM life monitor, is that when you use it for the rescue of of persons trapped under collapsed debris or structures, when you detect life, you make a noise, communicate with the person, and make sure that he communicates back.
Okay. Yeah.
It's ironic in our application with Quiboloy, because when we detect him to be underneath the ground, somebody texts him and tells him that, hey, they detect you, move to another place. But well, intelligence really is the key to that. Is the key success. Is a key element in the success of that operation.
What about the role of backdoor negotiations? I mean, I think the Davao del Norte governor also brokered some talks. What role did that play?
That's their last-ditch effort when they knew that that Sunday, that weekend, that it should have been a Saturday. Okay, it should have been September 7. But I just found out that the dean, his lawyer, Attorney Torion, conducted the final briefing of the bar examinees of their college.
Oh, I see. Maria.
Yeah, in the college itself. So I said, you guys are not in any way involved in this. I don't want to ruin your 4-year hardship and sacrifices because of this one day. And I will wait for 24 hours. I'll do this tomorrow when you are already in your exam rooms. So I waited for them to enter the exam rooms that Sunday on their first day of the bar. And we conducted the final briefing at around 10 o'clock in the morning, and then told them that we're going to assault you. And 3 hours later, he said that he's going to come out and with his arms raised and surrender to us.
Like I said, Senator Bato visited the Kingdom of Jesus Christ compound when this was happening. Did you have a chance to talk at the time? Did he tell you anything?
Yes, we actually met twice because in the first week, before the end of the first week, he came over and visited us and inspected what we are doing. And then I told him that, sir, we have correct information that this guy is here, and we're just looking for him. We're going to arrest him. And then he wants me to, before he asked me to leave and just come back another time with the proper coordination, as they term it. They want us to coordinate with the KOJC people, but I can't do that. And then when I did not leave the compound, he conducted a formal Senate hearing on Friday. That was, I think, September 6 or September 5. So after that Senate hearing,
last weekend,
after the Senate hearing, I decided to just go on with the assault and plan the assault accordingly. And it should have been on September 7, Saturday. But just like I said before, it's the bar day, so I did it. I postponed it for 24 hours.
I think I was not alone when I thought that the use of ESAF officers was like a face-saving mechanism for Quiboloy. What role does another unit in the military or in the police play in like a high-profile arrest like this? I mean, did you include that in your scenario building that maybe in the end we'll just get somebody else to actually effect the arrest?
The ISAF and the Philippine Air Force actually just came into the picture when we're minutes away from conducting the assault. And if we assault him with 500 people there in a small building, I'm very sure that every nook and cranny will be covered and he will have nowhere to go. And I may be able to discover other things that he doesn't want us to discover and to see things that he doesn't want us to see. So he just said that, okay, can I come out? And surrender, but it's basically not surrender in the legal terms. He will be arrested, and he just wanted it to be peaceful, the arrest to be peaceful. So okay, we just two conditions. So the first condition is he doesn't want to see my face, so he doesn't want to personally surrender to me. I mean, he doesn't want me to be the arresting officer. And second is that he is requesting that he will not be presented to the media in Davao. Okay. So on both accounts, I said, no worries, no problem. Who you want to submit yourself to, as long as it's under my direction, it's okay. So he asked for a military officer, and I just have that military officer accompanied by my personnel, also a general. So they were the ones who arrested Quiboloy when he came out of his hideout in the Apollo Bible School, Apollo Quiboloy Bible School.
So it was a successful arrest, but sir, on reflection, would you have done anything differently?
No. I think I did everything there by the book. Well, maybe I could have requested GPR, the ground penetrating radar of DNR, so that I could have immediately discovered his tunnel.
Okay.
And on hindsight, sometimes I think I should have even after his surrender, I should have searched his Bible school. I should have searched his Bible school and invoked just the arrest incidental, the search incidental to an arrest. Because dapat hinahanap ko talaga yung kanyang anting-anting. Yun ang hinahanap ko talaga, yung anting-anting. Kailangan makuha ko yung anting-anting ni Quiboloy. Natawa si Mamo. That's the most valuable thing that I should have done.
But, sir, joking aside, over 100 people were hurt, no? Over 50 policemen, about 60 of his followers. There is no crowd I mean, how could that have been handled differently? O talagang ano lang, sa emosyon, nadala sa emosyon?
Actually, the people who were hurt are mostly policemen.
Yeah.
Not his people. Not his people. His people brought upon themselves self-inflicted injuries. Many of them are self-inflicted because we haven't used any non-lethal force like we struck them with baton. No. We just pushed them away. But they were the ones who were
charging.
They were the ones charging, throwing rocks at us, throwing sludge. Kitchen refuse. Those are the things that, garbage, those are the things that they did. And we actually arrested them on the third day after August 24th. On August 26th, we arrested several of them, and one of them was already convicted. And others are still appearing in the cases that we filed against them for the illegal assembly and direct assault.
Oh. There's still so many things to learn about that particular arrest of Quiboloy. Let's move on to the arrest of former President Duterte, sir. What were in this case, the key factors that led to the successful arrest? I mean, but this time, this was more concentrated and there were more cameras trained on you, so people had a good idea of what was happening.
Well, I can consider the arrest of former President Duterte the easier one. It's quite easy because I'm convinced that there's a wanted warrant. It's just a matter of taking him from the plane, bringing him to the hangar, and boarding him on a plane again to Hague. So it's just a matter of mind calisthenics. It's all mind calisthenics. It's all psychological warfare. That's why first and foremost, all my arresting officers are all women. I have all women, an all women arresting officer is there. So I got the CIDG people take him from the plane to the hangar, and then during the time of the actual arrest, it's all the lady SAF troopers who escorted him to the plane. And I want to emphasize that never during that 10-12 hour standoff, that was there any chance that anybody physically touched the president except his family, and that I forgot the guy in black, PSG assigned to him. Nobody from my people ever touched him. So it's just a matter of making him understand that resistance is futile. Resistance is futile. You have to. There's only two options.
Did he resist at the start, or did you sense already that he was resigned to?
No, he resisted basically from the plane. The resistance is so great because Attorney Mijaldea, his spouse, who is another lawyer, they have another lawyer, Attorney Delgra. They have another. They have several, and all the generals are there. So there are 4 generals in there. And the resistance is very great. All the legal obstacles, all the delaying tactics, all the other psychological and, the appeal to emotion was done to me. So at the end of the day, I just stood my ground and just told him, they're just as widely spread in in some video clips in the Facebook. There's only 2 ways for this to end this one: the easy way or the hard way. So you choose; it's your choice. The easy way is for you to choose 3 companions because the seating capacity of the plane is limited. So have 3 companions because I have to bring with you your doctor, your nurse, and your PSG. So you have 3 other companions. So with you and 3 other companions, you have 8. Then I'll just bring the Interpol representative, which is mandatory for the turnover to The Hague, and then another doctor from the PNP, another nurse, and 2 police officers as escort. So there will be 12. So we have space for 2 other people. That's for contingency already, and also for the baggage, so that the plane will have a margin on the safe side. So I just convinced him. Easy way, hard way, because the hard way is that I'll bring you to the plane without your companions. So without that, you will be brought to the plane with the PNP doctors and all the other doctors that you may wish to be with you, or I may require to accompany you. But at the end of the day, it will all end the same. You'll end up in the plane and you'll be brought to The Hague.
Sir, when did you decide to effect the arrest? Was it that day, March 11? Was it the day before?
I was given the warrant the day before.
The day before.
But,
And that's when you did your planning?
No. When I was designated as a CIDG, I know that I already anticipated that the job will be given to me.
So you did the planning before?
I did the planning.
So did you plan for the possibility that he might take the plane to Davao?
I took into consideration that he will have multiple possibilities of going back to the Philippines, because since January we have this. I have already this plan with me. It's a 2-volume plan. It's very, 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 very comprehensive. I have all the data on his houses, his companions, and everything that has to be known about the person that they are going to arrest, including the possibility, the resistance that he will be putting up. And then when he went to Hong Kong, and I was informed that the ICC warrant is forthcoming. I already made sure that I'm already on the second. I leveled up. I sent policemen to shadow him and make sure that everything he does is monitored. So at the end of the day, when he is about to go back, he has several bookings, including bookings for a private charter plane. So I just make sure that everything will be under control. I placed I placed all the policemen, lots of policemen and show force in Davao Airport so that he'll be discouraged to go there, and then the other nearby airports and the private airstrips, and made sure that he will choose to land in Manila. And when he landed in Manila, I made sure that he'll be taking this bay, so that when he comes out of the tube, it will be the elevator and the bus will be right there. All the little nitty-gritty.
Sir, in a case like this, the green light came from the PNP chief or from the president?
I'm talking to my PNP chief.
Maybe the chief. Okay. Sir, is there anything, again, a successful arrest? Is there anything that you would have done differently during those 10 to 12 hours?
I should have smiled more on the cameras. I'm just too stoic, just too looks like angry, but it's something that I have to project. That I'm serious. That I will not be stopped by anything in carrying out this mission, because it is a mission given to me. It is a mission that I accepted. It is a mission that's going to be done.
Sir, I'm sure you've been bashed many times. Right?
You bet.
How do you respond to?
I'm very lucky. I have thick skin, you can see. I was a little bit whiter 2 years ago, and now because of the bashing, I got dark and I've got all this hematoma all over me. You just get used to it, and when you believe deep inside you that what you did is right. And actually, I do believe that deep inside me, I do believe that many of these bashers actually know that what I did was right. They know that I'm right there. So we just take it in stride, Okay. This is the beauty of democracy. This is also a good indicator that we are in democracy, and democracy in the Philippines is working because everyone can freely express their ideas without fear of repercussions.
Sir, I know you're worried about talking about the particular case of Senator Bato de la Rosa. So, you can stop me anytime, no? But I'd like to ask you, if you were still in charge, how would you approach the arrest of a sitting senator who is in hiding?
Well, at the end of the day, we have to step back and look at the situation. This is not about personalities, okay? A valid warrant of arrest is not about personalities. The job of the police is not to choose which warrant he will implement or not, okay? The job of the police is to implement and enforce the law, what the law says, and what it intends to do. So it's the job of the police. And then let the institutions work, follow the procedures, make sure that everything is within the ambit of the law. And at the end of the day, it should be firm, but there's proportionality of force that has to be employed until the accomplishment of the mission.
But I would assume that a lot of the work right now would be intel related, because he's in hiding and you need to know exactly where he is.
Yeah, that's precisely. Because, just like in intelligence planning, in operations planning, the first question is, where is the subject, and where are we when we are in the position to grab the subject. So it's, two ways. You have to make sure that the subject is here and your forces are here and they will meet in the middle. Or your forces can actually go and actually effect the arrest if necessary. So, intelligence, yeah.
Is it possible for the police or to deputize the sergeant at arms to effect the arrest? Or that's not possible at all because they are meant to protect the Senate?
You can deputize, but it's more of I think it's more of a coordination.
Okay.
It should have been more of a coordination. No, that's again in the police operational procedures. The first rule is interagency coordination. So it's always encouraged and even mandated in some instance that there will be interagency coordinations. In this case, I think it's very important, imperative that there will be interagency coordination between the arresting agency and the Senate Sergeant at Arms. Because while they are both in the government, they may have different functions, different objectives, therefore different priorities.
Is there a military or police unit that can play the role of ISAP, the way ISAP was tasked to receive the surrender of Quiboloy in the arrest of Bato de la Rosa?
I can think of several units that may be able to do that because ISAP was chosen by Quiboloy because he has close coordination or close working relations with the unit before, because he has a school.
Yeah.
They have this force multiplier. They have this
ROTC,
RCDU, something like that, Regional Civilian Defense Unit, something like that inside his school. And essentially, they are working with the reservists and also with the intelligence community. So he has this previous working relation with them, and he is comfortable with them. So it's okay. And in this case, I can think of several that could have played that part.
Are you at liberty to?
Well, the previous units that the good senator had worked with, and even the Philippine National Police. He is the father of the Philippine National Police, and the chief PNP now is his aide-camp. So his former aide-camp. So I think they have close working relationship with each other. Okay.
So again, I don't want to put you in harm's way, but maybe I can ask you. Purely from the perspective of, what can we learn from last week, May 11 and May 13? So without assigning blame, when Bato showed up at the Senate on May 11, what could have been done better?
Intelligence again. Because I thought from the news reports, from the accounts of the news, there is a sizable number of policemen who is actually shadowing him or are prepared to be deployed to effect the arrest. Also, at the very least, to monitor his movements and to monitor him. So, better intelligence could have made a difference. And another, of course, is decision making, making sure that the decisions are clear and therefore, the operations plan should have been more responsive to the changing situation.
If I understand the sequence correctly, it was women NBI agents who approached him when he entered the Senate. So parang ganun din yung ginamit nila na like what you did with President Duterte, police women, no? But kumalas kaagad siya and so on. Would you recommend? Well, again, I don't want you to put yourself in a second guessing mode, but should there have been others who would effect the arrest?
Well, John, different strokes for different folks.
Okay.
From their assessment, it's the appropriate unit to be deployed. So well, we have the benefit of hindsight has a we have a benefit of a 2020 hindsight. So, well, we saw what happened. But at the end of the day, you always employ your forces in accordance to their capabilities.
Okay. Last question, General. On May 13, we had that exchange of gunfire, no? So now Malacanang says there's no proof it was under attack. But I'm more concerned with the turmoil that happened, and which may have allowed Senator Bato to leave. No? So for instance, after the exchange of gunfire, lahat ng staff and media pinalabas na. May mga naiwan na media kaya nakuna ng video yung palabas na kotse at 2:35 a.m. But essentially there was nobody else left in the Senate building. What could have been done differently?
Decisions. The carrying factor there are the decisions, decision making from the ground up. So at the end of the day, we do hope that this situation will be. For me personally, I pray that this decision will be resolved with justice for all, and with the country's interest foremost in the minds of all the involved.
Straight and candid talk. Former Police General Nicolas Torre, now chair of the Metro Manila Development Authority.
I'm the general manager, the third guy, the third one.
The general manager.
Our chairman is Attorney Don Artes.
Thank you very much for joining us in the public square. Thank you, sir.
John, thank you very much.
And that's it for us today. The challenge for engaged citizens remains the same: to defend and to fully inhabit the democratic space. Please download the Rappler Communities app and join the chat room of your choice. And if you haven't yet, subscribe to Rappler Plus. Thank you. This is John Nery. See you in the public square.